Hello, and welcome back to Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord. I'm your host, Simon the Serpent. Well, after defeating my enemies in the north, and arranging a few marriages, I decided to allow my vassals to deal with the Vlandians, and they've made a few gains. They've conquered these towns up here, a few castles. Meanwhile, I was travelling through the Asarai Desert. I went to Hubaya, where I removed my my oil press. I removed my velvet weavery in Husenfulk, and my tannery in Akalat. I then went to I then traded Poros for Vostrum. All I had to do was give them 500,000 in exchange. And I moved my tannery to Poros, where there's a large number of sheep and pigs. I then went to Lagetta, where I made a new olive press, and I went to Epicrotia, where I established a new blacksmith shop. Now, the smithy is not generating a large amount of profits, but that's to be expected. However, my other productive enterprises are doing quite well. Anyway, this army's besieged Car Banseth, and I'm going to defend it. But first, I shall give this castle to someone. I also recruited this particular Vlandian lord. He had one castle, so I thought, why not? Additionally, my second eldest daughter, Jespara, has now come of age. On the 16th day of spring. I've also given myself a crown. I noticed my son Ergeon had a crown, and, well, he's not king yet, so I took it from him and gave it to myself. My, she's growing up so fast. You'll do great things, my daughter. Now, enough reminiscing. I will now lead my army against my foes. Thought I summoned my wife. Seems I did not. Now let's save Car Banseth. You're free to go. As are you. Why not? The Battanians aren't particularly good horsemen, I find. Anyway, I'll cut away here and come back in a moment. See you then. Okay, I'm back. Well, after selling my goods inside of Car Banseth, I managed to capture Peric, who has a relative that is married to my son, Drusbalda. I'm going to talk to him.
My friend, so what is it?
I have an offer for you. Join us and be set free.
I'm happy with my current liege. Neither your purse nor our relationship is deep enough to change that.
I knew I should have given him more money. I knew I shouldn't have taken that money from him when I took the dowry for Drusbalda's marriage. I should have given him money. Ah, well, goodbye for now then. Well, I suppose I'll go find Belgier, the Lord of Uxcal. Anyway, see you a bit later. Okay, we are back. Well, an enemy army is laying siege to this castle here. I have two armies, I think, besieging Charas. And one army up here besieging Druamore. I'm going to attempt to convince my eldest daughter's husband, Belgier, to join me. Also, Drusbalda has given birth to another child. A son by the name of Mycha. And thus I have a second grandchild. It would seem that my daughter has gotten the better of Tassler. Now, let's talk to Belgier. The Hidden Hand and the Kingdom of the Golden Serpent have made peace. Good.
My heart is glad to see you.
And you as well, my friend, depending upon your answer. Let's talk. Ergeon is not worthy of your loyalty.
I am happy with my current liege. Neither your purse nor our relationship is deep enough to change that.
I see. A pity. Truly a pity. I will beg my leave. I'd hoped I might convince him. But it would seem I cannot. How unfortunate. It seems that relations between family are not strong enough to break the bonds of loyalty between king and vassal, so long as the vassal has enough wealth, which it would seem the rulers of certain towns do have. A pity. Anyway, I think I'll cut away here and come back a bit later. See you then. Okay, I'm back. Well, despite not being able to get Belgia to join me, I am going to marry my children to various nobles of Vlandia. Now, good to see you, Baron Fernhard. Let's talk. I would like to propose an alliance between our families through marriage. Whose hand are you offering? My second son, Ergeon. Yes, we are looking for a suitable marriage for Carmenet. 30 years of age, a bit older than my son, but still fertile. Yes, she will do. That will work. $1,000, $10,000, $111,000 for the bride. My relation did not go up as much as I'd hoped. I must beg my leave. Carmenet and Ergeon are married. She's slightly taller than my son, but then again, I'm not particularly tall myself. Many of my children seem to have inherited that trait. Though they definitely have my wife's hair. My late wife. Anyway, I saw Servic, the Lord of Revolt, up here. I'm hoping I can arrange an alliance between our families. I have a daughter, Jespara, who may be suitable. I like to take these high-end trade items for my children to trade, build up their skills.
It's been a while.
Indeed it has. Let's talk. I would like to propose an alliance between our families through marriage. And whose hand are you offering? The hand of my daughter Jespara.
Yes, we are looking for a suitable marriage for Varmund.
59 years of age. Fine warrior. Very well. Very good. I'll offer 400,000. I trust that is sufficient. Well, that increased his relations somewhat. I must beg my leave now. I heard you need help with the problem.
Yes, there is something. I've been on campaign for much of this year, and I have not been able to go around to my estates collecting rents.
Maybe I can help. What are the terms of the agreement?
I can designate you as my official revenue farmer and give you a list of everyone's holdings, how much they owe. All you need to do is visit all my villages, collect what you can. I don't expect you to get every dinar. Some of the people around here are generally on hard times, but they all try to get out of paying. Let's just keep it simple. I would take 2,200. And you keep whatever else you can squeeze out of them. Interested?
All right. I will visit your villages and collect your rent.
Excellent.
Just the 2 villages? All right. Headband tells you that some households have suffered particularly hard this year. Due to crop failures and bandits and so on. I refuse to exempt anyone. I will agree to exempt the poor households. As your men were collecting the tax, the headman shouted across the field, "There's been an outbreak of the flux. He warns you for your own good to stay away." Tell your men the headman is probably lying and go ahead and collect the revenues. And over the revenue. And we gain a little more relation with our new friend. Carmenet. Now we need a new party, don't we? Anyway, I suppose I'll cut away here and come back a bit later. See you then. Okay, we are back. Not long after arranging marriages for my children, I decided to make war against Vlandia. I did not like that tribute I was paying. So, I will attack Belgier, the Lord of Uxkhal, and perhaps try to convince him to join me.
My heart.
All right. Well, that's fine. I think I'm going to conquer the lords of Uxkhal, Praven, Ostican, and Revolt are all members of my family. I shall hold back on destroying them. I will first focus upon my other enemies. I will conquer the south first. I'll go here to Talivel Castle. You're free to go. You're free to go as well. She can come over here. Anyway, let's lay siege to this castle. I'm actually going to fail this mission, it would seem. Oh well. Oh no. I'm going to have to run. can always get more of these later. This is not going to go well. Prisoners. That's what's slowing me down so much. Well, I seem to be making an escape. Well, I may have made a mistake back there, attacking the castle. We lost an entire army. But I can recover from this. Anyway, I think I'll cut away here and come back a bit later. See you then. Okay, we are back. This castle's under siege. I probably don't need everyone here.
Peace to you.
That is a very expensive amount of grapes. I'll buy a small amount. Also, we've defeated the Battanians, or rather my vassals did. While I was running away for my life over here. Eventually, when I came up near Car Banseth, they managed to take it. Sometimes I like to see if they're the lord of their particular clan, like this one. He has a fair amount of wealth, but I'll give him 50,000. For a few horses. All right. Feel free to go. Now let's take a look through all the various Battanian clans that now hate me. And will eventually be destroyed. Battania is no more. On the 21st day of the summer of 1110, the kingdom of Battania is no more. Tynops can have it. I favour the ones that have the fewer fiefs. Though that's an Imperial Lord, so Marunath may rebel. I suppose, if it happens, it happens. Anyway, I'll cut away here and come back a bit later. See you then. Okay, I'm back. Well, after the battle at this castle here, I suppose I took Talivel off screen, and now I'm chasing down this army before attacking Sargot. And we have a victory. Well done, Lucasios. I don't really care about the elephant theory. Send in the soldiers. A hard-fought battle, but we won. You're my prisoner. As are all of you. I shall show mercy because we're the same culture. I'm going to have to reduce that garrison. Though not by too much. Anyway, I'll cut away here and come back most likely at Charas. See you then. Okay, I'm back. Well, before laying siege to the next town in my path, I decided to do a little experiment. I quickly made peace with Vlandia. I've gone to Peric, who is the lord of the town of Ostican in these two castles here. I'm going to offer him a castle and one town in exchange for all of his money and a few horses. In exchange, he's going to become very poor. Hopefully I can convince him to join me. Okay, and now let's make war on Vlandia. See if I can get him to join me. Ergeon is not worthy of your loyalty. I would like your support, Lord Peric. As your friend, I give you my word, I won't breathe a word of this conversation to anyone. If Ergeon violated his oath, it absolves you of your duty to him. Ah, you're very convinced. $1.36 million. Acceptable. You and I have a deal, Lord Peric. And like that, I get him to join me. That's a good idea. Give a few castles. And let them join you. However, there is a problem with my influence. I don't want to get it too low, and I have 4 different families who I wish to join me. This particular lord had the least amount of wealth, because I charged him for the marriage, whereas I paid all the other families for marriage. I may let my vassals take over this one. I think I gave him 400,000. The lord of this particular town. Anyway, I'll cut away here and come back a bit later. See you then. Okay, I'm back. Not long after this fight up here. Well, not long after the deal I made up here, I've decided I'm not going to trade any settlements to these Vlandian lords that with whom I've formed marriage alliances. I am, however, going to take their towns. This will decrease their wealth over time and make them more open to joining me. However, the Lord of Revolt is in Pravend here, and I'm going to make him one last chance to join me.
Well, forgive me if I cannot wish you peace, old friend.
The same to you. Ergeon's not worthy of your loyalty. Join me and live. I'm the rightful ruler of this land. I want your support.
You are my friend, but even so, this is a risky conversation to have. As your friend, I promise I won't breathe a word of it. I can't argue that. I gave an oath to my liege.
If he violated his oath, it absolves you of your duty. Ah, he's more convinced to join me than I thought.
I see. Very well. You've convinced me that this is something I can consider.
How much is he going to cost? 1.8 million. Acceptable. You have 2 castles. You have a town and a castle. Very good. Well, that worked out better than I hoped. I suppose the opening salvo of the war by convincing the De Morland clan to join me has shifted the tides, I suppose. Also, we have 10 times their military strength. Perhaps I'll reconsider taking their towns. Anyway, I'll cut away here and come back in just a moment. See you then. Okay, I'm back. Going to chase my old friend down here. And if he's captured in battle, all the better. Good, he's cornered in a castle. Yep. There we are.
Well, here we are. I once thought friendship was sacred, but all sacred things are profaned in the end. Don't think I won't kill you if I need to.
Nor I you, old friend. Let's talk. Ergeon's not worthy of your loyalty. Join me.
I am happy with my current liege. Neither your purse nor our relationship is deep enough to change that.
Perhaps the appearance of an army at your gates will convince you. You're a brave man, Vernhard. Cruel, cautious, devious, and close-fisted. It would seem I must take Pravend. Oh, sorry about that. And let's see if Belgia's more open. There's Belgia.
I'm your...
I don't want him.
Ah? I'm you.
Transfer him to me, please. Thank you. Now then. Let's see if my son-in-law will join me.
My heart is glad to see you.
And you as well. I hope you're treating my daughter well. Join me and be set free. I see. Well, you've made your decision, Belgier. You close-fisted, cruel, impulsive bastard. Goodbye for now. Well, I think I will take Praven to Uxkald now. Let's gather the army. Well, at least we took these fiefs up here. We can't expect every investment to work out. Ah, Carmenet is pregnant. About time. Mounted scouts should work. $5,000 in our return when one of your caravans is destroyed. That's the wiser investment, I find. I usually destroy my workshop or sell it before an enemy army takes it. Or at least I try to. But it doesn't always work out that way. Surrender or die. Yield or fight. Well, this is a one-sided battle. We outnumber them 10-1. I don't have much food left. I must end this battle quickly. Perhaps I should have stopped up there. Well, we're here. built so quickly now. Right. Let's lead our soldiers in an assault. There we are. And we have our victory. You're my prisoner. And of course we show mercy. Not much food. Somewhat expensive, but I'll take it. I have plenty of olives. Slaughter a few animals, I think. Anyway, I'll cut away here and come back a bit later. See you then. Okay, we are back. Well, as I was taking Uxkhal, this army down here was taking Charas. Now I've found Fernhard with an army. I've disbanded most of my army over here. Because I had over 2,000 and was not likely to catch him.
Good to see you here.
Vartin. Where's Vartin? There you are.
I awake.
Now for Fernhard, I'll give you one last chance to join me. I also have Belgier as my prisoner. Or I did, actually. I threw him in Uxkhal after he refused to join me.
Well,
You're happy with defeat, it would seem, for Fernhard. Very well. I shall take your castle. Or rather your town. Ah, they've taken Pencannock as well. It would seem that Vlandia is going to fall very quickly. I'll give it to this one. None of them are Battanians. I believe this one's a sturgeon. Close enough. Though the population won't see it that way. I don't need to break the walls, I'll just destroy their catapults and siege engines. I have over 3 times the number. There we are. I also took an attack caravan mission on my way from Uxkhal, so I have a few prisoners. Send in the soldiers. My They put up a good fight. But in the end, Craven's ours. And, of course, we'll show mercy. Anyway, I'll cut away here and come back a bit later. See you then. Okay, we are back. Well, we've made a good amount of progress in this video. I convinced Osterken to join by reducing their wealth by trading Razi and Odrissa Castle. Though later I found Parik, the lord of this clan, and traded Razi for Akalat. I find that Razi is actually more profitable than Akalat. So I traded Akalat for Razi in exchange for 100,000. A good deal, in my opinion, in the long run. And we convinced the Lord of Revolt to revolt in exchange for over 1 million. The Lord of Verascan Castle and Drapand, with whom I have marriage alliances, have yet to join me, but we are near the end. Vlandia's down to 2 castles and 2 towns. I think I shall allow my vassals to wipe out what remains of Vlandia, and I will take the I will make peace with the lords of these, with the clans of these 2 castles once they're taken, or perhaps I will convince the lords to join me before Vlandia finally falls. But the video's been going on long enough, so I think I'll end it here. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you next time. See you then.